happening, people? Back again, it's been a while. Right, just a very quick one today. I've been getting so many messages on Instagram, Facebook, etc. all asking about the bleep test. What can I do to the bleep test? Need to improve my bleep test, blah blah blah, etc, etc. So I've been replying to quite a few of you, but rather than just keep replying to you all individual, I thought, right, I'm just going to do a video on it. So I'll make it short and sweet, explaining a couple of things that you could do, give you a few ideas if you're training specifically for a bleep test. I'm also going to put up the audio track for the bleep test that last summer when we was doing the bleep test instead of the 2K here at Purbright. I'll put that audio track up for yourselves on this channel, so if you want to practice to that bleep test. However, it may not be the bleep test that you will actually do on the day of assessment centre, but it's something to work off if you haven't already got one. Right, so the 20 metre bleep test, first things first, you want to make sure that you warm up. However, you can use the early stages of the bleep test for a warm up. But what you do need to do is make sure that we're activating and mobilising the muscles that we're going to be using throughout the bleep test. Okay, so what am I talking about then? Do a bit of ankle mobility, start warming up those calves, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, lower limbs. Do a bit of dynamic stretching, start activating those muscles before we go into the early stages of the bleep test. Okay, it takes me on to the second point then. So the early stages of the bleep test, like I said, you want to use that as a warm up. Don't think of it as the test has started, just think of it as you doing your own individual warm up. Alright, next point, get to the line on the bleep. Know that on the day when you're doing your test, the PTI will tell you this time and time again, but I can't get over to you how important it is to get to the line as the beep goes. What you don't want to be doing is getting there early. Clearly you don't want to be getting there too late. So those early stages, you are literally just walking. Walk to the line, get there, start getting a bit of a rhythm going straight away. Get into your head how long those bleeps are taking in between the intervals, arriving on that line, turning just as that bleep's going. So the aim of the game is to be still as little as possible. Right, next tip. In those early stages where you're jogging now, so you broke faster than a walk, but we're not quite sprinting, just about jogging, it's still nice and steady pace. You want to relax those arms as much as you can, save as much energy as possible. If you've got your arms up here and you're already pumping those arms in those early stages, when you don't need to be pumping those arms for momentum, then all you're doing is simply wasting energy. Save as much energy as you can from the early stages, which will help you going into the later stages. Alright, there's a couple of quick tips for doing the test on the day. What I want to go into now then is a couple of ideas for training sessions specifically for the bleep test. Okay, so I don't think anybody should be training specifically for the bleep test, but since I've been getting so many questions, that's what I'm going to talk about today. Okay then, so a nice little session that you could do is, what you're going to do is you're going to run the bleep test as per usual. You're going to get as far as you can, achieving the highest score as you possibly can. Okay, once you've reached your limit, you can no longer continue with the test. Then you're going to have 2 minutes break. From there, after those 2 minutes, you're going to reset it from level 3. So you're going to start this time at level 3. So starting at level 3, what you're going to do, instead of running every single beep, you're going to run every 2 beeps. So the first beep will go, you will run. Second beep, you will rest. The third beep, you will run, rest, and so on and so on. Okay, another little idea for you then. Pretty simple one, but it'll be quite effective. What you could do is, again, run your beep test, get as far as you possibly can, have 5 to 10 minutes rest, make sure you're fresh, ready to go again, but this time, instead of doing 20 metres from cone to cone, you're going to extend that to say 24 metres, so you've got an extra 4 metres distance that you're going to be covering, which will make it a little bit harder, but again, when you come back onto the real test again, onto the normal 20 metre test, you'll be finding this a lot easier as you've been running a further distance. You could also switch it up. Instead of making it 4 metres longer, you could also make it 4 metres shorter, so bring it down to a total distance of 16 metres, see how far you can get. You're going to be working for a little bit longer, obviously getting up in the higher levels, but the distance you'll be covering is much shorter. Okay, the third and final little session that you could do then is just working from levels 5 to 10. So again, warm yourself up. I'd suggest for the first time you do this, you work up to level 5 as per normal, have a minute's rest, and then restart again from level 5 working up to level 10. Once you've reached level 10, restart to level 5, have 2 or 3 minutes rest, wait till you've recovered a little bit, go back in again, level 5 to 10. Once you get to level 10, have a little bit of rest and redo this again, level 5 to 10. Do this 3 times, because what that's going to be working on is the later stages specifically. It's going to be working our endurance, getting us used to running at that pace in those later stages. Also, it's going to be working on our acceleration, which is imperative on the Bleep test, as we're always going from a static position, accelerating as fast as we can to the other side. Okay, just a very quick video there then, a few little tips and a few little sessions that you can try out for the Bleep test. I'm looking to do another video on this and going a little bit more in depth, possibly running it myself or getting someone to run it while I talk through it, but that will come in the near future. Okay, if you're new to the channel, you've just come across me, then please go check out some more other videos. If you like what you see and you get any value out of this channel, then please think about subscribing. To everyone that's already subscribed and continuously watch and support this channel, thank you, I appreciate you. Apologies I haven't put a video out for a while, but I promise there'll be more to come very soon. If you enjoyed this video and you got anything out of it, please give it a like. The more people that like the video, the more YouTube will share this video to a wider audience, and hopefully this video can then benefit a lot more people. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in another video soon.